Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. If you first time here, please make sure to give me a subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, and if you like what you hear, a thumbs up and the bell button for notifications of future video, and share it with your friends. If there's something helpful here that you think might help them, I try to come from a place of non-judgment. And today I'm going to speak to you about what some of the primary ingredients are to survive terminal diagnoses, terminal situations where normal, average, everyday people in general, highest percentage of them will die, give up their body. Okay, which isn't really a true death, it's just a death of the body and moving on, and whether or not they realize that, it's still what happens. So what is that ingredient that we have to generate within ourselves to survive something that's generally terminal for most people? And, I'm talking about all the different kinds of cancers that end up, killing people, or let's say the treatment killing people, and just other diseases like AIDS and hepatitis, and just plain old eating wrong and causing yourself to die because of the overgrowth of yeast in your body from all this sugar and carbohydrates, alcohol, drug use, all that stuff. Okay, what's that ingredient? What's that thing that we have to have inside of ourselves in order to survive? I'm not speaking from a place of not knowing because I haven't gone through it, or knowing because I see other people that have gone through it. No, I'm speaking from knowing because it happened to me more than once. I'm speaking from personal experience, knowledge coming from there. And the main ingredient that I had to have in order to fight a terminal situation and to survive it, the very first ingredient, was a purpose, some kind of motivation to be here. Many of us are going to make excuses. I've already done this, I've already done that, I'm too old now, and all of my dreams are either over, fulfilled, unfulfilled, unfulfillable, gone. I have no reason to stay here. My mother's gone, my father's gone, my brother's gone, my sister's gone, my friends are gone, everybody's gone. Well, I was in that situation in New York City in the 1980s and 90s, and they did, and these were not old people dying that were gone. These were all young people dying that were gone. And it was one friend, one best friend after another best friend, and over again. And as far as a support group of family, during the AIDS crisis, there wasn't a support group of family, and I lived 3,500 miles away from them, or 3,000 miles away from them anyway. Didn't want them involved in that because of the judgment that was attached to it and the stigma that was attached to that disease at that time. So there really was no family support, and a lot of us don't have that anyway. In this modern society, once you're 18 or you get out of the house, that's it. You don't really have any real support from family, and that's not everybody, but that was really my circumstance. And so it wasn't about being supported by others. It was about a desire to continue in the present life that you're in the body that you're in order to accomplish something. So there has to be a reason to be here. If you've given up all your reasons to be here, then you're not going to survive. If there's nothing that motivates you to do a new project, to spread some kind of message to the world, to help the human situation for everybody, if there's none of that in your mentality, you're not going to survive. Now, I admit there are some people that will survive just out of some of the more negative desires to extract revenge, to hurt others, to do something destructive on the planet. Yes, that motivation is motivation. Whatever motivates you is going to make you do things that will help you survive. So I don't know if I really want this video to be shown to everybody, but I can't choose. And so I'm hoping for the good in everyone, because when you go through these situations, usually it's the good that helps guide you through. I don't know about the bad or the wicked or evil guiding me through to become a survivor. I spoke to the Creator. I spoke to what my idea of God is, or was, or continues to be, as it mutates and changes throughout my life. And I made a deal with the Creator that if I was granted the survival of this challenge, that there were certain things I would do or wouldn't do. And I kept my promise, because the Creator tested me on that promise the same day I made it. And it was so blatant that this temptation was being presented to me to see if I would break my promise immediately. Everything became so clear and so blatantly displayed that it was just a confirmation that the Creator is real, and that these things that people say are not real, it's all imaginary, are really real. Because that wasn't the first thing that happened, was a test of my deal with God. It wasn't the only thing that happened, because I got the help from divine guidance, which is within each one of us, if we align ourselves with it. There was all kinds of miracles happening. Every single person and thing that I needed to survive came to me at the moment it was needed. And there was actually no anxiety in any of it. It was years and years of just knowing that everything was coming and happening for the reason of my benefit, to survive the harsh challenges that I had been presented with, which actually were a blessing, because they motivated me to change my life, to get out of the self-serving animal phase of my life a lot younger and a lot quicker than most people do. Actually, a lot of people will just spend up to their dying breath trying to fulfill their animal ego desires, and not even realize that they haven't spent any of their life on a path towards increased spirituality. And mine has always been a path of increased spirituality, due to the harshness and due to the challenges that were presented in the physical world for my survival. So there's something to be grateful for right there. That's the second thing I want to bring up. Okay, we have the motivation, a reason to continue, a new project. Okay, find something, and find something that will benefit others. People want to hear your message. People want to see you're overcoming your challenge. Don't fail them. Do it for them if you can't do it for yourself. Now, the second thing that must be done in order to survive any kind of life and death situation like that is forgiveness. It's constant and it's ongoing. You can't just do it once and say, okay, I've done it, I forgive everybody, it's over. Excuse me. There has to be a deeper and continuous level of forgiveness all the time, and it includes self-forgiveness. Because we're going to find as we're forgiving others that we need to forgive ourselves as well. And that's for ongoing decisions that are destructive to ourselves. that we constantly make over and over again. Even though we know we're doing it, we know we shouldn't do it, we do it anyway, and we have to forgive that. Right now is a fresh new moment, and it's only matters what we do from here on out. So let's forgive and release all the past actions, thoughts, words, deeds, everything. Let's go from here on out. And if you're having a struggle with something that is self-destructive, reach out, well, meditate, and the help will come your way. Ask for help. Ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help from the Creator and from friends and from Google, or put it on the internet, and the things that you need will come to you. But you have to be open to them. So this is the third thing. 1, motivation to continue. 2, forgiveness of everything over and over again. The past, holding no anger. Can't heal with anger inside of you. And 3, whatever that last thing was that I just said that I forgot already. So I guess that's the only 2 points I'm supposed to make in this video today, because the third one I can't remember. I'll have to play it back, and maybe we'll do a separate video on that. I wish you all love and success on your healing journey, that you have let go of your anger, and that you continue to do forgiveness towards those situations, places, people, things, happenings that have caused you anger or hurt, and that we are able to let go of them and find that motivation, that thing, that project, that's something that we still have left to do here, which will be the reason for our effort that we put in to stay here. It takes a lot of effort. That might be the third thing. You have to actually put in the work, the effort. You've got to do 3-dimensional things. There's no body that will survive if you're not exercising. Oh, it hurts. I'm too sick. I don't feel like it. Well, you're going to feel that way anyway when you're sick and when you have challenges and when you're going through this stuff. You got to feel sick anyway. So wouldn't it be better to feel sick while you're circulating and moving your body and helping it rid itself of toxins and helping the muscles grow stronger and more flexible? Why do you think yoga people live so long? Every organ is worked and stretched and moved around on its shelf. They're not sitting in one position all day long or laying down all day long. Lethargic behavior begets more lethargy. Is that your legacy? Lethargy? And just letting go of your body in front of everyone because, oh, it's time for me to move on. I have no more reason to live. It hurts. I'm in pain. You think people that work out are not in pain? Nothing hurts worse than working out, but it is constructive pain if you do it right. Yoga is the most gentlest form of a workout because you do it to your own ability. If you're like me, you push yourself a little further every day. Breath work is the foundation of it as well, which is yoga, breathing, being. So the no excuses is a big part of the survival. If you're not circulating, exercising your body, you will not eliminate the toxins. They will back up on you. You'll have different diseases. There'll be changes in your diet, every other aspect of your life. All kinds of things will come up that you're going to have to explore. And I know that you can do it. To be the shining example for those around you and those people that know you. Anybody who's isolated and doesn't really know anybody, and so nobody seems to care, it's going to be harder for you to find motivation. So you may want to go and start a YouTube channel just about your challenge. And every day check in with your progress and start adding things, that you want to try that might help you. Definitely your diet and your exercise. And I've posted some videos on here about things that can help you. You can look through them. And I'll see you next time. Happy day, everybody. I love you. Remember, together we can do this.